Hi, this is Samina Sheikh here, and with me today I have Sikander Kher and Madhvani. Join me as I welcome both of them on Zoom.
Thank you.
Lovely to have both of you, and I see that there is a lot of crabby conversation taking place.
Wow, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Yes.
But I must say that like food is something which always.
This we will not allow her to get out of.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Because, I mean, that kind of pun is something that we'll have to continue with this.
Yes,
Continue with
yes.
this.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. There goes the interview.
There goes the interview.
But there goes, like, I must say that food is something which holds everyone like tight up to have to hold a conversation. And as we talk about Aarya, I'm sure when you guys were shooting in Rajasthan, there must be some good memories you guys might have made over there, with food.
Yes, and a lot to do with Ghevar.
Really?
Certainly because I'm Gujju, so that sweet tooth is very much active.
Yeah.
But for Sikander and all that, they're all like, we're very conscious about what we're eating. Let's have the Caesar salad.
Were you also like, because you were working very closely to Sushmita Sen and she's completely doing action-packed series, were you very conscious about your diet for Aarya? Did you switch on to something else altogether?
I mean, I'm just talking about food. I always have to be a little careful because I have a tendency with weight. So I have to be a little careful. But other than that, it has nothing to do with Sushmita as such. It's for myself and for me to be happy when I'm on set. If I'm feeling fit, I feel happy in my head, to be honest. But other than that, when there's Ghevar, as he very likely says, which is put in front, and we have our meals together.
Yeah.
And honestly, they do how RMF hosts everybody, as we always say. The food is A++. I'm not saying it because he's sitting here. We know that by now, third season. You end up eating 2-3 pieces in any case. So I'm not that hectic about it.
Okay.
A film crew works on its stomach.
Honest stomach.
That's so true. That's so true. And it's across the board. It's the same for everyone on RMF. It's usually isn't the case in many places, but it's just everybody's together when we eat.
And rather than making both of you tempted to food right now, let's divert the conversation to Aarya. And Ram, I have to ask you this. We have seen part 1, part 2, say season 1, season 2, season 3. But I have never heard like season 3, part 1, season 3, part 2, which is like what Antim Var is all about. So what made you make 2 parts of season 3?
So that you could complain.
So that I can complain about it.
That was a good one.
I think the crab is on him right now. I could see that.
But so that everybody can complain. Why have you broken it up? What's wrong with you? But now that it's coming 3.2, now everybody's saying, thank God 3.2. I think there is an algorithm somewhere in Disney Plus Hotstar's entire worldview that is making sure. No, but I did speak to them, and even though, yes, there are complaints about, breaking it into 2, the numbers don't say that. So thank God, it's people have loved it and all is well, and they're looking forward to 3.2, which is a big deal to say for season 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But saying that Antim Var, will this conclude after season, part 2? Or will we see a part 3 as well?
What am I meant to say for this?
I was thank God these questions are coming. Exactly. They were coming to me.
You could reveal something about it in case you want to.
You tell us. I think that would be the best.
Going by the term Antim, it always makes you feel like, Antim Var could be the end of the war, but you never know, after war there is something else altogether.
Ask for more and you will get more than Antim Var.
I'm trying to intrude.
How was my pun?
That was,
It wasn't too bad.
It was good, not as good as her
The
start,
crabby part, but it was, otherwise it was not
I've
bad.
never heard crappy and food in the same sentence. Usually I would refrain.
Sikander, coming to you, working with Sushmita Sen after, for a long series like this, Aarya, and being the right hand, how was it working with her? And at the same time, she was going through a phase where she went through a heart attack and all. And still she came back on the sets and she started shooting. So how was it working with her?
Working with her is always amazing. She's as I say, our show it's a heavy show in that way, as there's a lot of crime and all that. But, when it's a cut, she's great fun. She makes everybody comfortable around her. She's a giving, generous actor.
She's also a great hugger.
She's a great hugger.
Even during COVID times. So we have to tell her, Sushmita, stop hugging people.
She's very warm that way, and that just makes it easy for for your actors to be around somebody who's easy and doesn't take themselves too seriously. And yeah, she did go through the thing, and coming back is, I think she's thoroughly professional.
Yeah.
And it's something that I think
2 weeks after she
everybody
was
has-
walking some ramp show, I mean, I spoke to her, I said, like, that's amazing. And I think hats off, we're just grateful that she was back and all is well. And, you know, we have a 3.2 and a 3.1 and like, you know.
Though I do know that they were, I mean, I think, of course, they were really, really stressed when it happened. I remember because it was the day I reached Jaipur
Yeah.
and she had finished the rehearsal, but we didn't know. I think only Ram and Amita and, you know, a few people knew, and then it was a scare for everybody.
No, but by and large, she's healthy, she's
Yeah.
recovered, all is good. So,
Yeah.
thank God.
Yes.
But I have to ask both of you this question, which is more about the detailing of the show, which is also like it's a family drama, but it does have the crime story attached to it, which is the crime side of the family, where you feel like, oh, it's all like, you know, happening family, we love all our families and all, but there is this dark side. How was it for you to portray, to be a part of that family, and second, for you to portray that negative side of a family?
You want to start?
Sure.
Okay. So first, I'm interested in making stuff for the family. Okay, I think, like I keep saying, TVs are in living rooms; they're not in bedrooms. So it's very important that whatever that you make, you reach out to Dadaji, Dadiji, the youth, Mausiji, whoever is walking into that living room should be able to watch it and say, "Oh, what is this? It's something which we want to watch."
Yeah.
So I think from the time of Nirja, I'm very, very wanting to make family-oriented stuff. And more than crime, the crime allows us to make the show because then everybody's interested in the plot and all that.
Yeah.
But nobody's interested in the crime or the thrill when we are talking about it. We are talking about the emotion of it, and we're talking about the relationships of it, and we're talking about the scene, or you know what's working in the scene. We're not really, especially in the writer's room, we're not talking about the crime or the thrill because we take that for granted. वो तो होगा ही होगा और वो होना ही चाहिए.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It adds like some kind of element to this.
It allows, you know, what happens is that वो थाली में जो है ना वो आलू चाहिए और वो दाल चाहिए लेकिन उसके ऊपर दूसरे सब चीज़ भी चाहिए. So that's what we're really interested in, which is that we'll give you all of that, but that's not what this is. This is, and that's why in a way we can even elevate it. In season 1 we put in the Bhagavad Gita, we put in Karma and Dharma. In season 2 we had Digambar Khele Masane Mein Holi. We've got, in season 3 it's really about sacrifice and a mother's sacrifice. And in fact the fact that she becomes a character who becomes toxic. So there is many other things that are over here, and I think what people relate to is that this need not have been a crime drama. It could have been in any world. It could have been in the news world. It could have been in the world of pharmaceuticals. It could have been any. It is in the world of pharmaceuticals.
It is actually on that side.
Exactly. You know. So that's what we are interested in. But I don't know what you feel.
No, I'm completely. आपके जवाब से मैं बिल्कुल सहमत हूँ.
अच्छा सर, ठीक है, शुक्रिया जी.
अगर
Could be
ये
like +1.
no, that's absolutely right. As he said, I'm not going to repeat it, but a little bit only. He's correct. We don't think of it. It's around the emotions. And he put it very well by saying that the crime allows us, which I had not. It's never occurred to me as, you know, crime.
That's one of the things that is. I'm also a little unhappy with that. If I want to make emotional stuff and relationship stuff, why is it that I have to put in a murder or I have to put in somebody getting killed? Just so that you get a thrill when you're watching it, so that, you know, you say, abhi fir kya hua? What I have to do all of that, it's so stupid, and it's just a hook to keep you involved. Whereas actually what I'm more interested in is the conversation and the kids and the relationship between Daulat and Aarya, which is from season 1 has got so much love and so much, how shall I say, expectations coming our way, especially. And we have to say, bhai, you really want them to get married and fall in love.
Especially
don't you?
the loyalty
Yeah,
between
loyalty.
both of them,
Don't you
yeah.
understand that he's killed the husband?
Like seriously, it's like, and she'll be like, okay, why? What's happening to you?
No, I mean, you lose Aarya and you lose Daulat both if that happened.
If that happens, that's true. But Sikander, coming to you, Aarya, do you also feel was kind of a change for you in terms of OTT league, because you got recognized like how?
It's
The
my
moment
career.
people saw your performance and people were like, oh my god, that's Sikander Kher and he's surprising us completely, because you were so like, you know, in a stern performance, you were like very like, you know, very controlled how you were, and the kind of role you were playing, it was very subtle when you didn't even have a sense of humor as such, you know, you were like more of very strict in a way, I would say that. So what do
I
you
don't
say
think
about
anybody
that?
has a sense of humor in our show.
Yeah, I don't
by
think so.
season
Like,
three,
I don't see
by
any.
season 3, nobody smiles.
Yeah, nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling. No, yeah, it's when you talk about it like that, and that question comes to me till now. It's season 3, but yeah, Aarya is life changing for me in terms of trajectory of my career, which I had been. Now I think it's been 16 years that I've been here. Wow.
Yeah.
But yeah, it really.
That means you're now 30.
Just 32, sir.
32, right.
I'm going to start. That's what my age is going to be now for a while.
For a while, exactly, I know.
For the next 5-7
my
years.
first role came to me when I just came out of school at age 16.
At age 16.
And now I've been in the industry for the last 16 years. I'm 32 right now.
Yeah. You confused the life out of
My entire
everybody.
audience right now.
Yeah, no, it was something that it did so well, it was so successful, and anybody, I think, sabka fayda hota hai. Everybody gains, you know, when or something is successful because people are watching it.
But I'll tell you, the thing that works for Sikander is his eyes. There is a vulnerability there, which I think has also come from life. It's come from the 16 years. There are many things that have come from those eyes.
Yeah.
And I think what we were able to sort of use capture exactly in a way was those eyes, because when he looks and he doesn't have to speak, and just those eyes itself, and you feel bechara, you feel no matter he's going around killing people, but you're feeling, arey, what a nice guy.
That is, you know, and I was saying that a lot of times the character is written silent.
Yeah.
A lot of times on the edit people cut silences. You know, and the thing is, in this season, the reason why you feel like that is because they kept the silences of the guy. They knew the character, and they kept it. The the makers that were making it, they understood the character and they gave him what it is, so that the silences can come across. That is very, very important, because silent character, otherwise, if you cut the silences, then he'll just, it can just go.
2 things I have to tell you, since the show doesn't have a sense of humor, but we do.
Which we have a tough time.
Yeah, exactly. Maintaining.
Imagine just
Sometimes we are
silent
giggling.
face.
Sometimes we are giggling. When we are watching it also, we are giggling. And we're looking at each other and we are giggling, but we're trying to hold ourselves. But one of the things is that we said, Sikander, you're silent, so what would you do? And invariably, poor Sikander would land up near a wall. Daulat would land up near a wall. You know, and then, you know, there was nothing else to do but just he put his hand up near the wall. And so instead of Daulat, we'd call him Wallet.
Good one. I think like that was the pun actually.
See, that's why I said
it's much better than what I cracked.
Exactly.
Much better than what I cracked, I must say that.
And the other thing that, you know, I keep telling Sikander, which is that, okay, Sikander, just give that look, and then you remember that flute music which is there in Hero, which is Jackie Shroff's Hero, which Subhash guy did, which has got so invariably we end up playing that. You just look, don't worry, I'll put flute music.
Yeah, there are
Yeah,
things.
really?
I mean, that's what he told me. I
But
remember.
obviously that's not the way it's done.
Yeah.
It's done with a European sensibility.
That's his direction to an actor, to just let him know.
Yeah, let him know that this is the soul
this is
of
the
it.
vibe.
This is the vibe. Yeah. So the language can be very commercial, but the execution is not commercial.
But coming back to the age, and since you're very young right now, I must say that in your recent...
Doesn't seem like her face is believing that.
That exactly.
You know?
Yeah, just now she was saying, you're very young right now.
Since you are so young.
Young, exactly. You know.
Yeah.
16, you said?
Yeah.
16. I must ask you the sweet 16 question, you know, and since your parents have also wished you and they wrote a very special message for you, now you should get married.
Right.
So are you like planning something on those lines? You have been through your heartbreaks
I am
and all.
planning.
One minute. Certainly not
At
to
least in your
Aarya.
head. Not to
Certainly
Aarya.
not to Aarya.
That's a great answer, yeah.
See,
and it should be ended there.
Exactly.
So this is great, yeah.
No, we don't end the conversation there.
I'll be using this in life.
Exactly.
Come shadi karo. Who are you planning on any marriage?
Yeah.
No, certainly not to Aarya.
But do you also feel that you and Salman right now, and both having the SK initials, are you being asked the same questions also?
Wow. You know, just taking me in the same sentence as that. Taking my jacket off first. No, yeah, there's nothing. I mean, randomly, how can I just get married? There has to be somebody there. अगर कोई है तो बताना.
Sure, definitely. Shadi.com.
Whoever can have crab and the other thing
And pun.
and pun. because we have to eat together and
Yeah, I know.
fun together.
And fun together.
In the
But
same home.
you are already making noise in Hollywood for that matter. You're doing your debut, in
Yes.
Hollywood, and that's very interesting. And Citadel is also there for you. It's not only Monkey Man, but also Citadel for you.
Yeah,
So tell me
yeah.
about it.
Yeah, no, I mean, Monkey Man has quite an overwhelming response.
Yeah,
I've gotten
and
from
and
it.
you look great in it.
Yeah, and
I
thank
messaged
you.
him after.
He messaged me. Yeah, he messaged me, and it's really lovely that people are liking it, and it feels good only. And Citadel's also. This is Disney Plus Hotstar.
Yeah. So it's like cross promotions in a way, but you could still like talk
He'll cut
about
it out, don't worry.
Yeah. He's going to come to you all.
Exactly.
Oh God! Don't do that! Don't do that.
Talk about it.
Monkey Man
See,
is
I mean, it's so bad.
theatrical.
Exactly.
Monkey Man is theatrical.
Theatrical,
Keep it.
yeah.
Citadel will come when it's coming. I'm dubbing for it right now. It was great to work with Raj and DK. They're great makers, and I'm fortunate that I've gotten an opportunity.
And lastly, to both of you, what are your upcoming projects? You have already told me. What's next for you, Ram?
I have a show that again will get cut out, so it's not fair that I speak about it. But
Okay.
I'll just tell you, it's called Waking of a Nation. We finished shooting. It's primarily with a lot of newcomers, and I'll speak more about it when we meet next about that.
Okay, sure.
Hi, this is Sikander Kher. You're watching me exclusively, watching us, Ram Madhvani and Sikander Kher on Zoom.
Hi, I'm Ram Madhvani. I'm just absolutely lovely, and you're watching me on Zoom.
Lovely. Thank you. Lovely chatting with both of you and talking about puns and fun and food.